What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Emperor Penguin family today. So animal drawing, let's go. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil and an eraser for these and hit pause if I go too fast for you. So mother and father penguin, heads nearly touching, baby in the middle. So let's start with the penguin on the left. And I'm going to start with the beak because the eyes are very small. I normally start with eyes, but we'll go with the beak on this one just because I think it's easier. So we've got this hooked sort of line coming down, right, for the front of the beak, right? And then this is going to curve back around this way. So it'll go back like this, right? So we've got this little sort of curved letter like V or a hook, right? So now here, it will curve out to the top of the penguin's head, and this will go like all the way down the back, but we'll just get the head part done first. So it curves in and out and around for the head. So you've got this like S sort of curve here, right? That's the skull. So that's like the top of the head and then out for the beak, right? So the bottom goes this way under his chin, and then you'll meet like a belly sort of section because the head is bent over, right? So it's kind of like furry there at the end. So there's some details inside here. So the beak comes in two sections, so it's got a top and a bottom, right? So you got to do a line that separates both those. So we go this way, and it kind of looks like it's smiling kind of at the end, right? So it like curves up just here, and this is where the eye is. So the eye is just above here, right? And they're quite narrow eyes with what looks like a piece of skin around them. So it's like a grain of rice sort of shape, right? So it's very thin there, okay? And it does seem to have like a flap of skin around it, right? So might be a bit tricky to draw with my marker, but we'll go around the top. It's very thin there and around the bottom as well. Right, kind of like that. And what I will do is we will color it in and just leave a bit of a highlight on the eye, right? So I'm going to color this black, but I think I'll leave a highlight just to give it a sort of sense of 3D, right? So I'm going to leave a white circle just here. You can add the white circle with white paint after you color black, is another way of doing it, right? So I'll just color this black. Now you can put that white dot literally anywhere you want on the eye. So a few more details on the penguin's beak. So is that a nostril? Do they have nostrils on their beaks? They should. Very slender if there is any. Okay, so we've got a sort of a V sort of dark section here, which goes back here, and I'm going to add a nostril just because, you know, they got to be able to smell somehow. So I'm going to like put it here like that, and then they have this orange color on the bottom of their beak just coming down from here, close to underneath the eye, right? So here, and joins just the bottom of the beak like so. So we could add just like some extra little sort of feather lines and stuff just here, little dots and things for texture. They're very smooth feathered creatures, so you don't need to do much of this, like just little dots like that is enough. And then we'll continue with the head around the back, right? and this will bump like all the way down to the bottom of the page, right? It's not like perfectly smooth because they have like bones and muscles and things, so it's not like a straight line. It can be a bit bumpy, right? And that'll just go off all the way down that way. And then the stomach comes out from this fold here down. And we get more sort of feathery down here for the legs, right? And the other leg will be sort of beside it here. Right. Now the wing is just in this section. So it comes out from, say, the shoulder sort of area. So we've got like a curved line there. And the back of the shoulder, we'd say here, you know, it just goes in to the body, sort of like that. And then the fin flipper sort of thing curves out this way. And then this will come around the back here and up and around to like an elbow sort of joint, I guess, here, and then back up into the shoulder. And again, little textures if you want. And there's like a white line, so you just follow this again. There's a white line on the edge of the feather, quite thin, and there can be some like textures on this if you want. Just these little textures to show that it's not like perfectly smooth, that there is something on. It's not like skin, you know, there's something there. Okay, now the patterning. So the black and sort of black and gray sort of patterning on the head, right? So we've got like this black section on the head here, curving around the jaw, and then comes around the back. And this sort of fades out, so it goes like that way. And then we have a line that runs down the body. So it's like starts up here, a curved sort of line, and then comes down. Like so on the outer edge. Down towards the shoulder. Goes underneath his armpit and then out down here. And again, it starts to sort of fade out and be a bit blurry down here because of the grey fur on the back. And again, we can have some sort of like textures on the back here. Maybe on the belly, just these light little hatching lines. Dots even, you know, very slight sort of stuff like that, just to give it some texture. Right, just to show that it's not like perfectly smooth, although they are very smooth, but we just want a little bit on it. It just makes it a bit more interesting than flat. So we're going to do another penguin over this side now. We're going to do the same thing again, right? So just across from this beak. Doesn't have to be the exact same, of course. Carving down. Comes back up for this curved V, just going in the opposite direction. And then we'll kick out for the head. So we'll go up around for the head again. This curved S kind of thing. And then the bottom jaw comes up this way, and then again it'll go into like the stomach sort of area, like that. Right, so then we divide up the beak again. So we have two halves. So we'll go and sort of smiling up there at the end. And then this sort of V section here at the front with a bit of a nostril. Orange coloring on the bottom, like that. And again, above just this smile is where the eye is. And again, it's an incredibly small, thin sort of eye, right? The marker is wasting. Let's try this one. So just curve, hook it around like a grain of rice, and then we'll add just a little eyelid along the top, very thin, and along the bottom, like so. And then we'll just color a highlight. Like so. And again, a couple of like little texture lines just around the eye, just to show that there's like some lumps and things here. It does sort of help things normally. So now the head continues to go around like the other side. So it'll go can be bumpy, right, like that, and then down. Like so, and then the belly. There. So again, the wing just starts up here, the flipper slash wing, and we've got shoulder lines and stuff. So we've got like these bumping sort of lines like this for the muscles and armpits and stuff. And then our big curving line, like so. And then it kind of bumps. This penguin has a bit of a chunk taken out of this feather. And then this goes up like that. And then we do this sort of white edge. Like so. And we'll do some textures on this. Okay, so now the patterning and colors on this penguin. So we'll go up to the head, and we have the black jaw like this that curves around. The head is in a slightly different position to the other one. That's okay. And then the black circular line curving going down the body. Doesn't have to be the same as the other penguin. There, no two penguins sort of have this the same anyway. So it could be done quite roughly. You don't have to copy it exactly. And it comes out from underneath the armpit here. Like so, and then again, some textures, some feather lines. Oh, and the line for the leg actually here, missed that. Right. So that is pretty much that penguin. Okay, so the big furry baby, right? So he's big enough, he's in here in the middle, right? So the beak is here, so we'll do that first. So we'll go curve line, and then the bottom of it comes down around that smaller beak out to the parents, and then it's got this furry, lots of fur just there, right? And then we divide the beak in half like so, and we can see the nostril on this one, right? And then we've got an extra little sort of furry bit down here. The head bumps up this way, and it is like kind of furry, right? Because this creature is like downy fluff, so it's got like very squiggly sort of hair, like so. This is the head, and the chin comes down here. So then the eye, much like the parents, this thin sort of grain of rice, and then we've got some eyelid lines coming around, and some little sort of furry eyelids, lots of texture and fur, and we'll do a highlight as well. So we'll draw a white circle, and then we'll color it black. Okay, and then this penguin has a black section that comes around the beak here, furry, and then a black patterned line coming around the head here. All right, and something else here as well. So it's like black in here. It's like a black stripe of the parents kind of thing, but it's more on the head. So like a chick. Right, so the body is like real round and sort of fluffy, right? So, and its belly, like it's all tucked up and trying to keep warm, you know? Right, so starting like here, and then it like comes down, and the wings are, this is like wings as well. Comes down that way. Like that. And then this wing, it's like the side body just comes up around here. And then here as well. Another wing here, and it's like all these dots and fur sort of things around the belly. So he's very textured. There's fur all over this. Right, so we'll just add some of these lines to sort of suggest little hatching lines to make him look like he's real furry. Pretty much like that. You could do more texture if you want it, but I think that's enough. Once you get like a colored gray, you know, people will get the idea. And a little bit of, this is black here and the beak is black. Right. I think that's everything. That's how to draw an emperor penguin family. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.